We're talking in the context of God made something, that something has been messed up, it's gone through turmoil, and now it's not looking like its intended purpose. Say restoration.
Restoration.
So that's restoration. Then you have another thing called restitution. Does anybody know what restitution is? Restitution is like restoration, but it's not just bringing something back to its original state. It's also modifying something. So we know Job in the Bible, he lost everything. And the Bible tells us that God gave him back what he lost, but then he gave him back more. There's some of you that you've lost some things. The enemy's messed you up, and you've lost some certain things. And God is not only going to restore you, but he's going to add onto you. So everything that you've lost, you're going to recover with interest. That was your place to say amen right there. You are going to recover with interest. Come on, just turn to your neighbor and say, I'm going to get some interest. Restoration. I love restoration. My ministry was for 13 years what's called restoration. We went across the cities. We went in about 6 cities across the UK doing this thing called restoration. And we would have meetings, and we would have 500, 600 people come out. And we would see people being restored. People being restored. Broken families coming back together. People who have been abused. People, I could tell you stories. I could tell you stories of people that we've ministered to, and we've just seen restoration. We've seen God restore them. So here was a young man. You see, God has got a sense of humor. My ministry was called restoration. My ministry couldn't be called restoration without me actually going through restoration. So God had to break me, man. He had to break me and really show me what restoration is about. Because we say we want restoration, yeah? Do we really want restoration? That's not a trick question. Do we really want restoration? Restoration is often confused with restitution. You see, the process of restoration is not comfortable. It's not comfortable whatsoever. And we say, yeah, Lord, restore me, restore me. Are you really ready for restoration? It kind of reminds me of a surgeon's table. When you've got a broken leg, and they have to go in and they have to operate, sometimes they have to break the bone even more for it to heal. Are you hearing that? Sometimes in order to heal a broken leg, the doctor will have to come in and you'll have to reconstruct. I work in construction. Now let me tell you something. If you wanted to build a house, what would you have to do first? Even before your foundation, what would you have to do? Huh?
Have a plan. Yeah.
That's good. Have a plan. But there's something even more that you have to do as well. You have to get planning permission.
Yes, amen.
Before you can do anything, you have to decide, but you have to get planning permission from the local council, right? Mm-hmm. If I decided that, I want to build an extension on my house, without getting planning permission, what are they in their rights to do?
Tear it down.
Yeah, easy.
They can tear it down.
Yeah.
That's right.
True.
They can tear it down. If I wanted to build an extension on my house and I didn't go through the protocol, the local council is well within their right and within the law to come and tear it down. And that's like us sometimes. Sometimes we build ourselves. We take our lives and we want to go and do our own thing. Who's been there before? Praise the Lord. We've all been there. And we've all decided we want to build our own houses, our own way. Lord, you're too long. Sometimes when you get, it's like, Lord, you're too long. I've been waiting for my blessing for years. I'm going to try and get it myself. And you start to build. And then you come to the Lord and say, yes, Lord. And he's like, I didn't give you the blueprint for that. That was not my original intended purpose for you. So you know what we have to do now? we have to start tearing down. So some of us, we say, yeah, we want restoration. Some of you ain't saying, yes, me no more. Because sometimes when we present to the Lord, yeah, Lord, come, bless me. He's like, I can't bless this because I didn't sanction this. So then he goes through a process of restoration where he has to say, all right, cool, you really want restoration? All right, let's start tearing some things down. Everything that you've erected in your life that is not of me, I'm going to tear it down. God will not bless mess. And I don't know about you, but I've built up some mess. I've built up some mess in my life. I've built up some mess in my life that the Lord had to tear down. The Lord had to break me. Take everything away from me. Just like my sister, she had to go to prison. That was a form of breaking. Some of you, he's just tearing you down. Your relationships are going crazy right now. Your children are going crazy. Your finances going crazy. Everything around you is going crazy. May I suggest that could be the Lord just tearing some things down. The Bible refers to us as his sheep. Have you ever wondered why he calls us sheep? You know, sheep are the most dumbest animals. Sheep are the most dumbest animals. They don't even have a sense of direction. They don't even know where they're going. That's sheep. That's why we're the sheep. We go astray. We don't know. We don't know right from wrong. Really, we don't know right from wrong. It's only the grace of the Lord that gives us a moral compass. But that's why he calls us sheep. And when I watch the sheep will have what? A shepherd. And the shepherd will have his flock. And usually in a herd, there's always one boisterous sheep that will always go astray. One sheep that will always just want to do its own thing. And then what the shepherd will do, the shepherd will come, he will take that sheep, and do you know what he does? No, he doesn't kill it. He doesn't kill it. Does anyone know what he does to that one sheep? Breaks its leg. It breaks its leg. So the sheep is almost paralyzed. It can't do nothing. And then do you know what it does? The shepherd picks it up, and then he puts it around his shoulders. And then wherever the shepherd goes, the sheep is on his shoulders. So the shepherd is just walking around the field with this sheep. And it might take 3-4 months for that leg to heal. But then do you know what? When the shepherd releases that sheep will not leave the shepherd's side. And that sheep will become the head sheep that every other sheep will follow. That's why we're like sheep. Sometimes the Lord has to break our leg. And then he'll pick us up. When we're at that low point, when you was in the prison, he picked you up. That's where you learned to stay close to him. You was on his shoulder. That's where he whispered to you in that midnight hour. And that's why now you can't be 1 meter away from the Lord. That's what he does. Who wants restoration? Some of you I see you just rubbing your legs out. Lord, I know what to break my leg. Restoration. Oh, I love it. We want restitution. But oftentimes when we really know what restoration is, we don't want restoration. We want the finish. We want the harvest. We want the harvest, but we don't want to go through the season of cultivation. Well, I've got to till the ground. I've got to work. I've got to work. I want the fruit. I want to eat the fruit. I want to eat the mango. I want to eat the bananas. I want it all. But I don't want to sow the seed. The process. Restoration. Breaking. Nurturing. Patience. Who wants restoration? When you get through that process of restoration, you come out the other side like pure gold. Not perfect, but you come out not wanting to be away from God. So I'm here today to tell you that the Lord is saying, you know what? I want to restore some of you. It may not be easy, but I want to restore some of you. If I was to give somebody a lottery ticket, if I was to stand up here with a lottery ticket and I said, you know what? This is the winning lottery ticket, what would you do? What would you do? Would you be sitting down? Might I dare say some of you may lose your salvation. There is something that is of greater worth tonight. There is something that is on offer, and that is restoration. God is in the business of restoration. God is in the business of putting things back together again. So I don't know what you've come here today with, what situation you've come here today with. God is in the business of restoring. You're not happy with your life. You're going around in circles. It's because you're trying to build your own stuff. Come on, enough is enough. Just touch your neighbor and say enough is enough. It's time to build God's way. Come on, it's time to build God's way, bro. If you've got your Bible, just turn with me very quickly to Luke 5, verses 17. And this is a story that I like. It really kind of touches something. It really touches my heart because this is God using mess. This is God taking someone from their lowest point. And it says, one day as he was teaching, the Pharisees and teachers of the law who had come from every village of Galilee and from Judea and Jerusalem were sitting there. And the power of the Lord was present for him to heal the sick. Just say to heal the sick. Some men came carrying a paralytic man on a mat and tried to take him into the house to lay before him. When they could not find a way to do so because of the crowd, they went up to the roof and lowered him on his mat through the tiles into the middle of the crowd, right in front of Jesus. Now that's, I want you just to highlight that there, right in front of Jesus. So just say that, right in front of Jesus. When Jesus saw their faith, he said, "Friend, your sins are forgiven." The Pharisees and the teachers of the law began thinking to themselves, "Who is this fellow who speaks blasphemy? Who can forgive sins but God alone?" So if you just come down to verse 24, it says, but that you know that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins. He said to the paralyzed man, "I tell you, get up, take your mat and go home." Immediately he stood up in front of them, took what he had been laying on, and went home praising God. So here, I just want to paint this picture. We have a man who was paralyzed. And a lot of the time, I like to think out of the box sometimes. I look at scripture and I grapple with scripture, and I like to know the background story behind this man, this paralyzed man. I can just imagine him sitting at home on his mat, looking out of the window, looking at people just going by, doing business, and he just wishing that, you know what, I wish I could walk. Have you ever been in a situation where you look at someone and you say, you know what, Lord, I wish I could be like that person? Maybe that person and they just got the perfect marriage and you're like, Lord, I wish I had a marriage like that. Come on, some of you are looking at me like I'm French. I'm speaking French. Some of you look at me like I'm speaking French. Come on. Or you see someone and they just... I mean, I was on the road the other day and some man drove past, fresh Ferrari, 17 plate Ferrari. I was like, Lord, I wish I had that car. That's just my thing. The car was fresh. The car was fresh. So this man would be sitting paralyzed, not being able to do anything. And he had friends. He had these guys that would visit him every so often and say, "Bro, how you doing?" And they'll be like, "You know what? Yeah, same old, same old." I say that to say this: what friends? What people have you got around you? You see, because these friends came up with an idea. These friends came up with an idea that, you know what? I can't leave my brother sitting down. You know, you know, there's a man in town that can heal you, and his name is Jesus. But you know what? We need to get you there. Some of you need to surround yourself with people that will pick you up on your back. When you can't do it for yourself. You know, sometimes you get to a place where, you know what? I don't have the energy. I don't feel like praising God. Can I say that here? I don't feel like praising God. I don't feel like going to church. When I pick up the Bible, it's just like I'm reading hieroglyphs. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. Sometimes I need some people to come by me and say, you know what? Come, let's pray. Or come, let's go to church. Or come. That's what we need sometimes. So the Bible tells us that this guy, he had some friends who carried him.
Yes, amen.
They carried him. Just imagine that. In those places in Jerusalem, I can just imagine the roads being rocky. And was this man heavy? Was he a big man? I don't know. This is just how my mind works sometimes. I like to just think out of the box. This man, how much did he weigh? But these people, they carried him. How far did he have to walk? I don't know. It might have been 10 miles. I don't know. But they carried him. And then they got to the place where they knew that, bro, you're going to get your healing. But then when they got there, they couldn't get in. Some friends would have said, you know what? Boy, I just walked. How many miles? Carrying you. I can't even get in there because of the crowd. I'm trying to get into this house. But alright, brother, we'll just have to leave you here, man. Some friends will leave you. When the moment gets tough, some people will leave you. But not these people. They're tenacious. That's what I love about tenacity. You think out of the box, you're stubborn, you don't take no for an answer. So what they done? They thought, you know what? Let's go through the roof, bro. Woo! That's crazy. How can you think about going through the roof? Okay, so they get him up to the roof. They get him up to the roof. And then not only that now, how are we going to get you down? So you see in the picture, they're coming up against obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. So they're now up on the roof. They're like, okay, that's a great idea, Peter. What are we going to do now, Paul? We're up on the roof with this man with a mat. What are we going to do now? And another one, ping. You know what? Let's start ripping up the tiles. You need some crazy friends around you with some crazy faith that are just going to do some crazy things, man. Sometimes you need to get some crazy people. And family, hear this. So, the reason why you may be in a dry place is because the people that you have around you. The people that you have around you. There's a saying that says, show me your friends and I will show you who you are. I'll tell you who you are. So now they're on this roof. They start plucking up the tiles. And the Bible tells us that then they start lowering him down. And then just all of a sudden, he's right in front of Jesus. What are the chances of that? The Bible doesn't tell us how big this house is. So this house could be as big as this tent. If Jesus is standing over here, what are the chances that they probably didn't see inside the house because the house was crowded? So they came up on the roof, mash up the man's roof, lowered the man, and then he's right in front of Jesus. What is the chances of that? What are the chances of that? Are you hearing what I'm saying? Yeah. What are the chances that when he was lowered right in front of Jesus? This is what happens when you have faith. And Jesus just looked at him, and can you just imagine how Jesus must have felt? Yeah. That wow, like, he probably laughed to himself. He probably said, these guys are crazy. But he said, you know what? Your faith. Yeah. I love that faith. You see, Jesus loves crazy faith. Faith that is crazy. That you know what? I'm going to put this tent up. And you know what? I may not see the people. But you know what? I'm going to keep on putting this tent up until I see this place full. That is crazy faith. And God smiles and God loves that. God loves it. Crazy faith. Just turn to your neighbor and say crazy faith. God doesn't like it when you just play it safe. Just play it safe, yeah. I just stay in my mat. I just sit on my mat, yeah, just play it safe. That man could have been shamed. He could have come through the roof and just dropped him, all sorts of. He could have got shamed, but you know what? Him and his friends, they had the faith. And restoration was, he got healed. He got healed. Who's ready for restoration? Sometimes you gotta have crazy faith, fam. 3 things. Change your circles. Change your circles. Get some people who have got, if you don't have crazy faith, just like the paralyzed man, he didn't have crazy faith. For years, he was probably sitting down, just moping around, feeling sorry for himself. If that's you, get around some people that are crazy. Get around some people that are just on fire for the Lord. Get around them people. And you'll find that it will come off and rub off on you. Restoration. You might be like that man, that paralyzed man, sitting down for so long. Sitting in that dry place for so long. I want Evangelist Joseph just to come very quickly. He's going to finish the sermon off for me. But you may be like that man, just sitting down, paralyzed. We're going to do a tag team. Remember that wrestling? We're going to do a tag team. You may be like that paralyzed man, sitting down. But God is saying, get up. It's time to get up.
Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. And I believe it's time for restoration. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. There's a reason why we come into this place. There's a reason why we come. And there's a purpose. There's a purpose. There's a plan that God has set before these very people for this city. And when you get connected to what God is doing, the Bible makes us to understand that His kingdom shall be made manifest. And I came today to let somebody know that God is restoring. That God is restoring. That God is restoring. That you make every crooked way straight in the name of Jesus. That the desolate land shall be restored in the mighty name of Jesus. And even in the wilderness, God will do something marvelous. For even in the wilderness, He'll bring forth the waters that will birth out of the ground once again. This is the city of the Lord. And in the year 2010, God began to speak to us that this will be the city of the Lord. And we've been praying and we've been fasting every single time from 12 midnight to 6 a.m. And God said this is his city. And God said we should bring back the harvest back home. It's not an accident you're here. It's not a mistake that you're here. And I believe revival is coming into the city. And I'm getting connected to the people that are on fire. I don't come because it's my own God, but we come in the name of the Lord. Because it's still the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, the covenant keeping God, who says yes and is yes, who says no and is no.